Happy Monday. It's the Jam Nation podcast with Jonesy and Amanda.
Well, we had some severe rain here in Sydney and people lost their minds.
Well, they did. It's almost like never seen rain before. What's this stuff falling from the sky?
Well, they should try living in Europe. The heat wave there is extraordinary. And in America, there's a woman who baked a loaf of bread in her letterbox. That's not even a euphemism.
No, not even a bun in the oven.
No.
My son's Bucks party was on Saturday.
You went along?
I went along, and look, I'm here to tell the tale.
Did you embarrass him?
No, I don't think so. I was very understated, which is hard for me because once the show gets going.
Your version of understated is everyone else's show off.
Not show off at all. Just, I just toned it down a bit.
Tribal drum's going to beat for dads on the Bucks. We put swearing in the NRL to the pub test. Should you be sin-binned for it?
What about that castaway, the Aussie castaway that was found floating around off the coast of Mexico?
With a very nervous-looking dog,
That
I
dog would have
imagine.
been sitting there, stop looking at me, my head is not a steak.
We talk about last night's MasterChef and the emotional ending to that season with Jock, of course. And, well, my obsession with Jamie, a.k.a. Sam Hewen from Outlander. Should I take it to the next level and become a LARPer,
Yeah, I think
live
you should.
action role play?
I think you should get into some role play.
Well, yeah, I'd still struggle with the toilets.
Enjoy the podcast.
Everybody online.
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda
Miss Keller. Amanda.
doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles. Congratulations, Mandy. We're on the radio right now.
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Hello there, Amanda. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you going?
I'm all right.
Now, how did you go on the weekend? I've been thinking about you because you, big rite of passage, your son had his Bucks Day night, and you went along.
I went along. It was
Dad's
nice.
always invited. I don't know the rituals.
Not usually. When my Bucks Day came around, my dad didn't. I didn't even think to ask my dad. So I was quite privileged to go along. And he's got lovely mates.
Oh, how
Morgs'
nice.
mates are all lovely guys.
It seems different these days, though. As we were saying the other day about girls who are 12 wearing cosmetics and expensive creams that their mums use. All the generations are mushing together. These days, probably sons do hang out with their dads a lot more. There's no differential between one generation and the next.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
that's true.
what happened at the Bucks?
We did a lot of stuff. We went axe throwing and
Axe throwing. I saw it on your Instagram, Brendan.
Yeah, I know what you're thinking. I made myself look bad because I don't want to show everyone up.
Wasn't what I was thinking. Have a look. Brendan Jonesy Jones. I think it might be on our Jonesy and Amanda socials by now as well. Your two sons throwing an axe, getting a bullseye.
Yeah.
Where did yours end up?
I don't know. Clearly they got their axe throwing skills from their mother.
Yes.
I think I was raised in a generation where you don't throw axes around.
Oh, and your children were raised in a generation where axes are thrown?
They're
That's
the lucky
most
generation.
pathetic excuse
That's
I've
right.
ever heard. You work in the media. You know an axe when you see it.
Well, I'm yet to see it as of today. But,
your back.
just the idea of letting go of an axe and throwing it seems very reckless.
Well, to everybody.
And I chopped
Everyone's
the
the same.
top of my finger off when I was a little kid
Oh,
with an
these
axe.
excuses are pathetic.
So maybe I had a bit of PTSD. On
It
that
wasn't all axe throwing, was it?
No, we went to this place where it's just noise and video arcade stuff.
yeah.
And you put $30 on a card or $50 on a card, and then all I wanted to do was get rid of the money on the card.
Yeah, it's like when you go to a casino,
I'm
I'm a
just
bit
going,
the same.
please,
Just
go.
get rid of it.
And in the end, I played this game 1,000 times, this motorbike game, and then I went to see how much I had. I had $30 left on the card, so I just shoved it in this little kid's hand. I said, here, mate, take this. Because I went up to get my money back. I said, can I get my money? No, you can come back anytime you want. And I said, I'm never coming back here again.
So it wasn't sort of drinking and strippers and things?
No, not at all. No, there wasn't much drinking to start with.
Well, when you're throwing axes, you'd hope that.
No, there was no
and you
drinking.
did set out at 9:30.
And then we went to a lot of hipster breweries around
great.
the inner west there, which was nice. All those fruity beers. It was just nice. It was a nice.
And did you last the distance, or did you get kicked out so that they could enjoy themselves without Dad there?
Yeah. I made myself scarce at about 9 o'clock.
So that's still
dinner.
12 hours.
It was a good session. I said, boys, carry on, be okay. And that
Make
was
good
it.
choices.
Make good choices.
Nice.
And I took my youngest son home, and that was it. So it was good.
Excellent.
And you had a good time? Yeah, you went away with the...
I went away with a girlfriend to Lura for the weekend. We meandered around Katoomba.
there you go.
You know, when I was in my 20s and you'd go to the Blue Mountains for the weekend or to meander around, it was always Katoomba. And Katoomba kind of had a sadness to it. Lura is now chockers with great shops and cafes.
Well,
and
why is
things.
Katoomba sad?
It just feels a bit deserted, and these incredibly historical facades of buildings, so beautiful, but looking slightly derelict, and they've all got like crap inside them. Like, you know, all the great shops have left Katoomba.
Right, why
I'm
is
sure
that?
there's still some great ones there, but it just doesn't have the same feel. If I was a developer, I'd put a whole lot of...
Knock it all down?
No, not knock it
Put
all
up a
down.
Westfield?
Restore it all. There's so much beauty in Katoomba.
Not enough soaps and doilies for mine, is what you're saying.
Maybe that's it. But all those beautiful old facades, like my own, waiting to be restored. It's had its best
There's
day.
a world of great stuff in there, though, isn't there?
It's all gone to the basement.
I don't know what you're talking about, but it's nice to be back. Action-packed show today. We've got Instagram making its return, and we can't do anything until we do the Magnificent Seven.
Here it is. The Masters, PGA and British Open are tournaments for which sport?
Jam Nation
Podcast. We have the Magnificent Seven for you. There are 7 questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say...
I'll say, does your facade need spruiking in the same way that I felt that those beautiful historic buildings in Katoomba did?
Maybe you should be like Michelle Pfeiffer and buy Katoomba. You know, she bought a town.
No, that was Kim Basinger.
Kim Basinger. She bought a town. Michelle Pfeiffer's going, oh, well, I could buy a town if I wanted
Well,
to.
why doesn't Michelle Pfeiffer buy Katoomba?
Why would Michelle Pfeiffer buy Katoomba?
Well, she can afford it.
Well, yeah, probably. But she probably hasn't been there before.
But you also don't want it developed into a, into a big Bunnings warehouse.
I'd be happy for that. But it's about getting question 7 right. Alison's in Forestville. Hello, Alison.
Hello to you both. Good morning.
Good morning, Alison. The Masters, PGA and British Open are tournaments for which sport?
Golf.
It's golf.
In the movie Monty Python and the Holy Grail, what do the knights bang together to mimic the sound of a horse trotting? You actually see them in the movie
They run
doing
along doing it and it makes the noise as if they're on horses.
Shoes.
No. Sorry, Alison.
Ray is in Glenmore Park.
Hi, Ray.
Good morning, how are you?
Very well. What do the knights bang together to make it sound like they're on horseback?
I think it's coconut.
It is
coconuts.
coconuts.
No sound effect of the coconuts?
Not from me, no.
No, well, Ryan, Gemma Rye, that's your job.
Click, 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 click.
Oh, wow, I feel like
Sound
I'm
effects.
there.
It is a Monday, fair enough.
Time for Riff Raff.
Yeah, any old riff-raff backstage.
Oh, riff-raff everywhere. Got you, I understand. Got to keep out the riff-raff.
Click, click, click. Well done, mate.
What song, Ray, features this riff?
I think it's Red Hot Chili Peppers. Is it Californication?
Yes, it is. Great song. The IPL is a 2020 cricket tournament in which country? A, Ireland, B, India, or C, Iceland?
India?
Yeah.
Imagine playing cricket in Iceland. Little skitty.
But you wouldn't have to worry about it getting dark. It's always light there.
What if you played in winter?
Well, you wouldn't play it. It's a summer game.
Still. Maybe your tongue would get stuck to the ball.
Why are you licking the ball?
Well, exactly. Question 5. The mat in the game Twister features large coloured circles that are either red, yellow, blue, or what? What's the other colour? Red, yellow, blue.
Green?
Green.
Yeah, you played Twister. What does the Rolling Stones logo feature?
Pair of lips?
Yeah. Tongue and lips.
Tongue and lips, yeah. Andy Warhol designed that.
Did it? It's been called the most famous logo in the history of popular music.
It's a very good logo.
Yeah. It's no Marty Roan denim and lace. The imagery for that will
Does
stick
Marty
with me
Roan
forever.
actually have a logo?
Well, maybe he should. You find it in Katoomba.
He'd have a finger doing the grocking.
Yeah. And a big pair of flares.
Yeah. Who beat Novak Djokovic this morning at the Wimbledon final, Ray?
Oh, man, I've got no idea.
Oh, Ray, you got so far, Ray.
Like Icarus.
All right, Novak Djokovic this morning. We thought he might have won the final, but no. Who beat him?
Jam Nation.
We're into the Magnificent Seven, and looky here, we're at question 7.
It's Steph in Croydon Park. Hello, Steph.
Hi.
Hello. Wimbledon just wrapped up in the early hours this morning. Who beat Novak Djokovic to win the title?
Carlos Alcaraz.
That's the one.
Alcaraz, the Joker, he wants to keep going. He
wants to beat Margaret Court's record. And apparently if he'd won this one, I think he might have equalled it. So he's probably gutted. But how nice to have this breath of fresh air, have a new name mentioned in tennis. Actually, he's probably been mentioned a lot, but I'm not across the Alcaraz story.
It's not in your wheelhouse.
It used to be. Tennis used to be massively in my wheelhouse. I've lost touch over
So what
years.
happened?
I don't know. I think when all the handsome South Americans
That's
came,
right.
it was Guillermo Vilas and all of those ones.
And then there was the temptation of monster truck racing that turned you right.
remember that? I'm so faddish with my sports, Brendan.
Congratulations to you, Steph. You've got the jam pack. It's all coming away. $150 voucher to the 3 Blue Ducks.
Oh, brilliant.
Bringing well-known flavours direct to Aussie homes. A family pass to Madame Tussauds Sydney. Take the stage with Harry Styles at Madame Tussauds Sydney. You'll also see Amanda Keller there.
I'll be there.
And Jonesy and Amanda Carriage, it's yours for you to colour in and some Stoner Pets. As well as say that, she won't just be hanging around there. There's actually...
there's an actual wax
Do you know that, Steph?
model of me.
No, I didn't.
Well, there you
Amazing.
go.
Thank you
We
so
should
much.
remind people that you have been immortalised in wax.
That's me. I'm there.
Go along, check it out.
Check out my wick.
See the moons.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Something's wrong.
There's no sound.
Press a few of these buttons. You haven't switched it on. Oh, silly me.
Let's flick through the Jalmanac, our big book of musical facts. Oh, on this day in 2006, Snow Patrol released Chasing Cars. It was written by the lead singer, Gary Lightbody. He said the title came from his father's advice about a girl that he liked. His dad said, "You're like a dog chasing a car. You'll never catch her, and you just wouldn't know what to do with it if you did." The song, of course, this is why, I go, gained major popularity when it was featured in the season finale of Grey's Anatomy in 2006. Remember this? Patient Denny, beautiful Denny, wakes up from his heart transplant and proposes to Dr. Izzy, played by Katherine Heigl. She doesn't answer, and when she comes back, he's suddenly passed away. She refuses to leave his side, giving us this iconically sad scene.
Izzy, that's not Denny.
Shut up.
The minute his heart stopped beating, he stopped being Denny. Now I know you love him, but he also loves you. And a guy that loves you like that, he doesn't want you to do this to yourself. Because it's not Denny. Not anymore.
An hour ago, he was proposing, and now he's going to.
If I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me?
It's only been an hour. Time to move on, he's saying.
Why didn't she say yes?
I don't know. I can't remember.
My wife was just into that show. She said, "Why can't you be like Denny? What, and die?" And she didn't answer it.
Silent to the end.
So romantic. He died and you're still alive.
It's not Denny. It's time to move on. Look, it's been an hour. You're right. Thank you for that advice. All right, well, let's play it. Let's all have a quiet sob. Let's do it.
Jam Nation.
Did you see some of that rain yesterday?
It was heavy, wasn't it?
Well, yeah, it was. Northern Beach has got quite the deluge.
Well, it's been dry for so long and then bang.
Yeah, the garden's going to love it. I do wonder, though, as we get older, we're getting softer with things when it comes to weather, when it comes
what
to
do you
the
mean?
news. Yeah, we're Australia. It's the land of droughts and flooding rains. We know all that stuff. But yesterday on the news, it was like we'd never seen rain before in our lives. So much so this one woman said this.
I don't understand how one storm can cause all this wet.
Well, yeah, it's a rainstorm. I'm sure we'll be okay. You get a mop out and it'll be okay.
Well, what about what's happening in the Northern Hemisphere? This massive heat wave. Greece closed the Acropolis during the hottest part of the day to protect the tourists. My son Jack is in Italy.
Mm-hmm.
They are having an incredible heat wave.
I've been following him on Instagram. I think he should run a fantasy cap where you live his life. because he is like the Great Gatsby. That
Isn't
kid.
he having the time
He's
of
like
his life?
living the dream.
Well, I don't know so much. He was in Rome, and the Acropolis, and the Colosseum was so crowded he couldn't get in.
Oh.
You know, Rome in summer, that crowded, it wouldn't be that pleasant.
And the drainage can let it down.
You have met Jack. But 48.8 degrees, they're
That's
expecting to beat that. In America, 100 million people are being affected by this prolonged spell of sweltering weather. For example, the city of Phoenix in Arizona has had 15 days in a row with temperatures exceeding 43.3 degrees Celsius. Clinics there are treating homeless people who've got third-degree burns.
Jeepers.
There's this footage here of a woman in Texas baking bread in her letterbox. To show how hot it was, she put a loaf of bread in the letterbox. 45 minutes it took to bake the bread.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. And I was in the Blue Mountains on the weekend, and already the wattle's coming out, which apparently is the sign that you're coming out of winter.
Yeah.
And I don't even feel like we've had a severe winter, do you?
The Bureau was saying it's like the weather that we've had this year. It's like the weather's taken a Monday and just couldn't be bothered showing up, which is fine by us. You look at it, we've had some terrible weather over the last year was miserable. The year before that was miserable. Let's bask in this instead of like being that lady. I don't know where all this wet came from.
But this lack of winter means we're in for a really horrible summer.
Yeah, but won't be as bad as 2019. When the whole place is on fire.
Well, let's hope. Anyway, but I'm just being selfish because I don't like summer clothes so much. I keep it winter. Keep it winter.
So you and this lady.
I don't understand how one storm can cause all this wet.
Should we break that down?
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
You know, I saw this story on Reddit. I want to run it past you.
Sure.
The headline is, Bride says guests can only come to her wedding if they agree to one condition. While some couples might choose to have day and evening guests, what? This bride and groom instead opted for guests and servers. If you're on the server list of friends, you could only RSVP to her wedding if you agreed to take on the role of a server. It was phrased, would you like to have the privilege of serving us at our wedding?
Right.
So these waiter-friendly hybrids were given uniforms to wear. They weren't being paid. And one of the server friends said, everyone at the table treated me exactly like a professional server, not making eye contact, not thanking me, barking orders. I don't believe this.
Yeah,
as if a bride and groom would do that, and as if a guest would RSVP saying, I will turn up to serve the people at the wedding.
I think there's someone out there just making up Reddit headlines.
But not just Reddit. All these, and we're talking about it. This is the fodder of the media these days. These are ludicrous story. One bride kept her wedding dress for 15 years in the toilet. Here's what she learned.
Yeah, I gave up eating ice cubes for a year. This is what I learned.
About this, I lived as a parrot for 2 years. This is what I learned. Polly does want a cracker. Swearing is fun, and newspapers not as absorbent as you'd think. It's just all made up.
I stopped brushing my pussy for a year, and this is what I learned.
What did you learn?
Well, I just had a messy pussy.
Brendan.
What? It's true.
Well, there you go.
I kept all my hair for a year.
Put that one on Reddit. Put it on Reddit because some breakfast radio show somewhere just like us will talk about it.
It'll be on morning TV this morning.
And there'll be two...
Larry and Kylie will be talking about it.
And there'll be two influencers on each couch.
Joe Hildebrand
and Shelley Horton, and they'll be discussing it all.
There you go.
Jam Nation.
We're ready for the grab right now.
Who wants some free money?
Instant.
Coin cash.
Moolah.
I like the sound of that.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Instagram.
Well, here we go. 10 questions, 60 seconds on the clock. You could pass if you don't know an answer. We'll come back to that question if time permits. If you get all the questions right, you win $1,000.
And then we ask you another question. Do you want to double your money? Win $2,000 if you get that question right. But if you take the risk and don't get it right, you lose everything.
Kimberly's in Sutherland. Hello, Kimberly.
Hi, guys. How are you?
We are great. All the better for speaking to you.
Kimberly, are you revved and ready to go?
I am, absolutely.
All right. Now, what we always say is if you're not sure, say pass because usually we have time to come back, okay?
60 seconds is a long time, Kimberly. You
All
know
right.
that.
We have 60 seconds on the clock. We have 10 questions. Let's get started, Kimberly. Good luck. Question number 1. What's a baby kangaroo called?
Joey.
Question 2. How much is half a dozen?
6.
Question 3. What's the main ingredient in pate?
Pass.
Question 4. In sport, MVP stands for what?
Most valuable player.
Question 5. True or false? Your ears never stop growing.
False.
Oh, it's true.
Oh, plops. And the main ingredient in pate, if you had more time, would you have got that one?
No.
It's liver.
It's liver. It's yuck.
Oh, I love it.
I got no time for pate.
I love the
Got no time.
That's a discussion for another time.
Starts out okay and then it ends up terrible. Kimberly.
Especially for the animal involved. Kimberly, you get $100 for your groceries. I'm so sorry.
Oh, hey, that's all right.
That's
There you
all right.
go.
Go and buy some pate.
That's a bit of that Kimberly sunshine vibe that she brings, but still, I'm a little bit disappointed. I was hoping, I thought we'd go all the way on that one.
Jam Nation.
I enjoyed seeing your socials. We've put it on our socials as well, Jonesy and Amanda. You at your son's Bucks. And it's, when you hear Bucks, you think, oh, strippers and blah, blah. Mm-hmm. But you started relatively early in the morning and you started with axe throwing.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Your two sons have a very good hand-eye coordination. And then there's you. Wow. If I was on a battlefield and you're on my side, I'd stand in danger of being hit by your axe.
I almost chopped my own foot off.
Yeah, I know. Have you ever chopped wood?
Yeah, I've chopped wood all the time. That's what I do. I was raised chopping wood. I think.
Oh, when you grew up in Alabama.
I think the problem when I was a kid, you were told to have a tight grip on the axe.
Oh, as you've raised your children to throw it.
Yeah. Well, no, they've never chopped wood in their lives. I've got no idea. But with an axe throwing, you have to have a loose grip on the axe. It's almost like you have to have it, and I couldn't. That was my problem. My grip was too vice-like. It wouldn't let go. And also, I don't want to go and show off. Of
course you don't.
Because I'm already a kind of a big deal. And if I'm there...
Well, let's talk about the dads being at a Bucks. Is it unusual for the groom's dad to be there? I don't know. I mean, we spoke about this last week, about girls now buying cosmetics that their mums use and mums listening to their girls' music. We're morphing into one generation. The delineation isn't there anymore. So... young men maybe hang out with their dads differently now. It didn't used to be, there's dad and I'm at my Bucks night. It's all one thing now.
Well, my Bucks night, my dad didn't come. He didn't come along.
Did you have strippers? What did you do?
No, I didn't have strippers. We just went out in a boat. But he still didn't come. It was that era, I guess. It was the era. You're right, though. These days, I was quite chuffed to be asked along, and I said, you don't have to ask me if you don't want to, And he said, it'd be nice if you came along.
But I'm sure it doesn't always go so well. Maybe having dad there, as you say, because you're so uber. If you'd thrown that axe so well, they would have said, what can't he do? You'd have wrecked it for everyone.
I did have a mate that invited his dad to the Bucks night one time. And they got so smashed. Well, his dad got so smashed that they got thrown out of the casino. And then my mate said, right, okay, let's get you home. And the cab driver wouldn't take the dad because the dad was so smashed. So my mate said, okay, well, I'm just going to have to. There was a limo there. And he goes, I'll get you in this limo and we'll get you home, Dad. Anyway, Dad gets in the limo, throws up all through the limo.
No.
So the limo driver goes, okay, mate, well, I'm not taking him, but you owe me for this. So anyway, he gets Dad out of the limo. So Dad's sort of standing there in the forecourt of the casino. And then another cab comes along and he goes, come on, Dad, will I get you in this cab? And then he throws up again.
Oh, no.
Threw up twice. And he goes, what are you, The Exorcist? You got any more in there? And then the next day, after the whole thing, the dad didn't remember a thing about it. He's having bacon and eggs. Oh, mate, what a great time we had.
Oh, no.
Well, you pretty much threw up in every car on the Gold Coast.
So the tribal drum is bidding for dads at the Bucks night.
Yeah.
To a night the four of us will never forget.
Exactly.
What could possibly go wrong? Maybe the dad was a handbrake and wanted to shut everything down.
I didn't feel I was a handbrake to the chaps.
Maybe the dad goes too far. Dad's at the Bucks night. What's happened?
Jam Nation
podcast. Tribal drum is beating Dad at the Bucks night.
To a night the four of us will never forget.
At least you knew enough to go home and leave them to it at the end of the night, didn't you? Tell me you did.
Yeah, of course. You don't want to shine too much. As the dad, you're just there to offer moral support.
And credit card. arrangements.
Yeah, actually, I did all right with I bought some food and stuff, but the guys had it very well organised. It was so well organised.
They do it differently these days. It's not just going out and getting written off and getting a stripper.
Yeah, very,
These days, they might be golfing events that you did. Was it axe throwing and arcade games and things and craft beer tasting? All that stuff.
There was a lot of fruity beer for mine. There was a point where I just said, "Oh, can we just get I just wouldn't.
Can I have a long neck of Reshes?
Can I just get a Tooheys New? I want to kill someone to give me a Tooheys
But
New.
you knew enough not to be the handbrake, and you knew enough to go home and leave them to the end bits.
And I didn't shine in the axe throwing.
Deliberately,
could have easily,
Brendan,
could
deliberately.
Have. I would have been like Paul Bunyan if I really let myself go.
Sure.
But,
okay.
Tom has joined us.
Hello, Tom.
Morning, guys.
So, who was at the Bucks night?
Oh, it was all my friends, but my dad come, and we were doing it on a bus, and we were stopping at every pub. But with the first pub we stopped at for dinner in Glebe, and Dad ended up getting plastered in the first pub.
Oh, Dad!
And he fell down the stairs, and there was a big barrel at the bottom of the stairs, and he hit his mouth on the barrel. So I've had to leave the party, take him home.
No.
Mum was blowing up. There's blood everywhere. Oh, it just came. But then apparently in the morning he wakes up and he blamed me for stealing his gold tooth. So his tooth come out when he split his lip, and he blamed me for stealing his gold tooth. Anyway, I had to go back to the party and moved on. But Dad was Gonski. He just spoiled it for himself, not for everyone else. It was actually pretty funny.
And do you think the tooth ended up on the floor of the pub in Glebe?
Oh, yeah, it was somewhere. I didn't take it, that's for sure.
No, that's funny.
I think it ended up in your pocket, Tom, just quietly.
Oh, dear.
Tom. Why would your dad accuse you of stealing?
But how hilarious. The very first stop
Dad.
at the beginning of the night.
I think this is a lesson to all the dads out there. Kim's joined us as well.
Hi, Kim.
Good morning. How are you both?
Very well.
Great.
So, obviously, this isn't your Bucks night. You're a female. Who are we talking about?
This is a friend of ours. His father went out with them.
Yep.
And he was single. The father, they'd split up. Obviously, they got into the alcohol that night and they were all pretty well inebriated. And Dad ended up taking the stripper home.
No.
The actual groom was mortified that, Dad took the stripper home.
Just to make sure she got home safely, I would imagine.
She steal his gold tooth?
He's a gentleman.
Oh, no.
Somehow.
He said, look, I'm going to get you home. Make sure that you're okay.
Horrific. We're going to take more of your calls.
I think that guy's a legend.
Dad at the Bucks night.
Nation
Podcast.
Morning. Are you wearing the same clothes as yesterday?
Same as yesterday, same as the day before.
Hello there, the Tribal Drummers beating Dad at the Bucks night.
To a night the four of us will never forget.
You didn't come home with a new tat, Brendan?
No, I didn't come home really drunk either. Had a few beers, but didn't go crazy on the beers. Keep myself well paced.
Yeah, we've heard, well, you did leave early enough to leave the guys to their thing. We've heard a couple of stories this morning of dads who weren't so polite, spewing everywhere, losing their teeth, taking home the stripper.
I think that's a badge of honour, taking home the stripper. I would say that he was being a gentleman and want to make sure that the young lady got home okay.
Sure.
That's what I would be.
Apparently the groom was mortified.
Just making sure she gets home.
Horrendous. Bianca's joined us. Hi, Bianca.
Hi, how are you going?
Very well. Tell us about the Bucks night.
So my husband-to-be's father doesn't really drink, and he got a little rowdy. He ended up getting my partner to do a shoey from his butt.
What? What does that even mean?
So he poured the drink down his butt crack.
Yeah, and then he's at the bottom.
Yes.
As it were.
And it gets better, guys.
Oh.
They kept saying to my partner that they have a surprise for him, which obviously we thought was a stripper. Turns out it was his father in his mother's G-string.
So this is the guy that doesn't normally drink.
He doesn't. He went wild. He absolutely went wild. My partner was mortified. Could not believe it. He went wild.
I'm just shocked at the bum shoey.
Yeah, the bum shoey.
Have you ever heard of that, Brendan?
No, but I have now.
Oh, wow.
Get Daniel Ricciardo to get Patrick Stewart to do that. Bianca, and everything's good in the marriage now?
Oh, everything's great. We get married in 5 weeks, counting down the days.
Okay, so this is just recent history.
Keep him off the booze for the wedding speeches would be my suggestion.
This is great, Bianca. Well,
Thank
good
you.
luck. Wow.
Not such queer as folk.
Got a
That's
surprise
what they say.
coming. Got a surprise coming for you.
What a surprise. It's not a stripper. It's Dad and his wife's G-string.
Dad could take himself home, though, couldn't he?
Jam Nation.
Let's get on down to the Jonesy the Man at Arms for the pub test. Sin bin for swearing. Does it pass the pub test?
Well, what's motivated this discussion is there's been an increasing number of fines and suspensions for NRL players who are verbally abusing match officials, saying terrible things. So Cronulla Junior Rugby League Club has introduced a new rule where you're penalised if you swear at a referee or an official, from the under-6s to the seniors. The new rules include immediate sin bins and send-offs for players over the age of 12 who are heard to be swearing at a match official. There's so much swearing on the field now, isn't it? And with the cameras there and the microphones, you don't have to be the world's best lip reader to pick up what's going on.
Yeah, a lot of fire truck.
I know that when watching my kids play football, even at school level, there'd be a lot of swearing. I think I wish the coach would say something about that, because it just sounds terrible.
Do you ever chip kids for swearing when you're in the streets?
Well, why would I
I was
hear
down
them
the
in the
beach
street?
a while ago, and there was a couple of young fellas, and there's families all going, and they're letting flow and everything. I said, boys.
And what'd they say to you?
And they went, oh, sorry. Boys, come on, there's, mums and dads here.
Yeah. Swearing does become far more common these days, but it never sounds good, does it? Particularly on the football field, do we need to clamp down on this? So the tribal drum is beating for sin bin for swearing. Pass the pub test.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast.
I demand entertainment. Are you not entertained?
Put on your dancing shoes.
Now give me your best shot.
Deputy editor of the Daily Oz, Emma Gillespie, is here.
Hello.
Good morning. How are we?
Very well. So I've been reading and hearing about the writers' strike, which has now morphed into an actors' strike as well.
That's right. The actors are officially on strike in Hollywood. You might have seen some videos come out Friday morning of the red carpet premiere of Oppenheimer. Now, everyone's really excited about this movie. Christopher Nolan, big budget movie. But Matt Damon, Emily Blunt, all the stars on the red carpet at the exact same time sort of rounded each other up and they left. They ditched the premiere. And that's because in LA at the exact same time, the SAG-AFTRA union, which is the Screen Actors Guild union that represents 160,000 US and Hollywood actors, declared that they were on strike. And so it's tools down, get out of here, go and fight the good fight.
And what are they striking for?
So the strike is largely around two main things, the biggest things that have happened to kind of TV and film in the last decade, streaming and AI. The writers' strike you've probably heard of, as Amanda mentioned, that started back in May, and it's all to do with the same stuff. So actors are basically saying that since the advent of streaming, the way that they make money has completely shifted and there are no protections in place to guarantee their incomes. So think of like a Friends or a Seinfeld. Those actors were working on network television series 22 episodes a year. They were working 30 weeks of the year, and they were, in the weeks that they weren't working, making a lot of money off residuals from the shows being broadcast on TV stations. Now, that still happens. Those actors, the cast of Friends, still make about $20 million a year alone off residuals.
Really?
But those contracts don't exist today.
Exactly. So contracts for streaming, because it was such a sort of unknown landscape when it dawned, those actors ended up being on a sort of a union contract that's more to do with YouTube short films. It was never really built for what streaming became. So actors on shows like Orange is the New Black or House of Cards, they were the big Netflix originals that kind of really began to change the game. Those actors make like $20-30 a year on residuals for shows that were, arguably just as big at that time.
Right.
And that's the same thing with the writers. And the reason we have reality television pretty much is because of the writers' strike from a number of years ago. Is that right?
So the prediction is certainly that reality television will ramp up even more.
Because it doesn't have actors or writers.
Exactly. The other thing is Australian production is not directly affected, but Australian actors like Margot Robbie, who are in the SAG union, the rules are you can't work, you can't promote your films, you can't do, red carpets and interviews, you can't do awards shows.
Right.
So, we could be looking at the next Emmys, Oscars, all the likes of, no one being in the room, no one there to accept the awards.
And how does AI come into play here?
So the artificial intelligence angle of this really has more to do with the cohort of the industry that we would know as extras. They're called background actors. And I think it's an important point, yeah, sure, Matt Damon's not going to work for a little while. He'll be fine. This is more about the, tens of thousands of actors in the union who might be, on the fringes. These background actors, production companies have suggested that they get paid for one day of work, and then those production companies, so, Netflix, Paramount, Warner Brothers, these types, they'll own their likeness in perpetuity, and they can use their likeness through AI technology in, God knows what kind of scenes and what kind of films and television productions forever.
And you're paid for one day.
Exactly.
But your face will be used forever.
Which basically wipes out that whole section of the industry, which is a massive,
So
massive
who would
chunk.
be an actor then?
Exactly.
And being an actor is not... there's for every Brad Pitt, there's a billion other Brad Pitts that could have got there that never got there.
Exactly.
So,
and, obviously the way that the streaming services make money is a little bit different to traditional cable or network TV, but it's still a $2 billion industry. They're still paying their CEOs between 20 and 200 million US per year. And this is sort of what the SAG president, Fran Drescher, that Fran Drescher, has been saying, that the people that they have been in business for and with for decades and who they make money for can treat them, in this way and be so unwilling to come to the table to talk about a conversation.
Anyone can do it. It's Fran Drescher. I remember she negotiated that pay rise from Mr. Sheffield. She
But
managed to
also,
get that.
there'll be a giant shortfall of what we watch.
Yeah,
yes,
it's true.
So this is the other thing that it will probably impact, not immediate short-term impact what we see, but, in the months to come, in the year to come, you'll probably notice a slimmed down sort of slate of exciting new films and shows.
What's that show that Daryl Summers did where it was filmed on a slant? That might come back, Brendan.
What was that called?
Wasn't there one that was on a slant?
It was on a slant.
You were in it. Was it experimental?
You're back in the room.
Oh, but there was one that was filmed. It might have been Grant Denyer who hosted it.
Hole in the Wall?
Hole in the Wall?
No, not Hole in the Wall. Have you got it there?
Oh, we missed that, don't we?
Well,
you had to act out a scene on an angle.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
I actually remember what you're talking about.
Bring it back.
Well, bring that
Gee,
back.
what'll they think of next?
Well, that was another show. Emma, thank you.
Thank you.
Check her out at the Daily Oz.
Jam Nation. We're not gonna take it. I want you to get up right now. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell. I'm not gonna take this anymore.
Down to the Jonesy to Man of Arms for the pub test today. Sin bin for swearing. Does this pass the pub test?
Junior Footy League has introduced this. It's Cronulla Junior Football League has decided to bring in a new rule that penalises players who swear at referees and officials from under 6 up to seniors. What's motivated this is the increasing number of fines and suspensions for NRL players who have been verbally abusing the ref. When you read some of these, you go, wow.
Well, it's got Reece
Pretty
Walsh
fruity.
there, who seems to be a nice-looking young man.
What
but
the
he's-
beep do you mean, you big beep?
Yeah, he's let fly with a string of expletives. I'm surprised that this isn't already a thing. I thought that would have been a thing. If I had a little 6-year-old kid flying off the handle with the swears, I'd be getting the cake of soap.
Well, shouldn't it happen also with the NRL at that top level, which they do get penalised, but you don't have to be the world's best lip reader to see what they're saying most of the time. Sin bins for swearing, does it pass the pub test?
Yes, it does pass the pub test, actually, because if our Stuart can go a whole episode of Home and Away without swearing and let you know exactly how he feels, then you can do it on the footy field as well.
Kids need to learn at a young age. It's about respect. They can't be swearing at the ref. They've got to respect the decision and get on with it.
Yes, it does pass the pub test. There's too much swearing. It's hard enough to get referees as it is, and the kids are emulating the blokes and the senior players. They should stop it, and the only way to stop it is to put them in the bin.
There should be respect, especially for for children?
Definitely not. I'm a former New South Wales Rugby Union referee. I was refereeing an under-12s match. A child came out with what I class as the number 3 word, which is A, B, C. I sat them down, called the teachers, then sent both children off. Swearing on the field, it's abominable.
Wow.
Abominable.
That young.
Yeah. Thank you for all your calls.
Jam Nation podcast.
The Aussie sailor Tim Shattuck, who was stuck at sea for 2 months, drifting off the coast of Mexico with his little dog Bella, and he's been found.
What was he? How did he survive?
He just survived on eating raw fish and collecting water from the tarp on his little catamaran there.
See, could you eat a raw fish? I've seen Bear Grylls suck the juice out of a fish spine.
Yeah, I could do that. I reckon I could do that.
I guess if you're desperate enough, you'd do anything. I wonder if the dog got nervous.
Yeah, but little Bella would have been saying, okay, mate, stop looking at me like
Look,
that.
there's a fish.
That would have been the most nervous dog in the world. But stories about survival at sea always piques my imagination. I always love hearing those stories. And I was just reading about another one. I don't know if you remember this case back in 2012, the story of Jose and his mate Ezekiel. They went fishing, shark fishing, off the coast of Mexico, and they went missing for a few months as well. And unfortunately, Ezekiel died from starvation after being unable to properly digest their diet of urine, turtle blood, raw fish, and bird flesh.
Saw that on MasterChef last night.
Come on, mate, eat that. You're not eating that? Are you sure?
I'll have yours.
Before his death, Ezekiel said to Jose, promise me you won't eat my flesh after I've
When you
died."
set off on a fishing trip, you don't imagine you're going to be having that conversation. Promise not to eat me.
Jose went on to say how he kept Ezekiel's body on board for 6 days and he had conversations with it. But after,
Trying to change his mind.
but after coming to his senses, he slipped Ezekiel's body overboard.
It'd be like, you know,
There'd be
when
a few bite marks out of it.
after dinner and you think, I know I've got a packet of chocolate biscuits here. I don't want to eat them. And you leave them there and think, look, it's just easier if I can't see them and you put them in the bin.
Ezekiel, are you saying for me to eat you? Is that what you're saying? If you don't say anything, I'm just going to eat you. You sure?
Well, good result here, though. Good result.
Great result.
The dog
Tim's
is safe.
back.
The dog
Bella's
is safe.
back. The Tim's back, and that's great. Everyone's
Excellent.
happy.
Excellent.
What would happen to you and I if we were on a...
Oh, imagine.
You'd be into my buttocks before I even took off out of the harbour.
They're a little dry.
Jam Nation.
I thought that the obsession with Outlander might have ended with last week.
Only started last week.
Yeah, but you are very faddish with these things.
I know, but it's been a bit overwhelming. And this is quite sincerely I'm saying this, is that I watched last weekend, Harley was away. I deep dived on Outlander, which started 10 years ago. I watched back to series 1. We're up to series 7 now. And watching it non-stop, it was all getting a bit too much. I was getting a bit too churned up. There's an amazing adventure, this incredible storyline, the drama, the ups and downs, the saucy biz. I found that I couldn't sleep. I was like a teenager. So I thought I probably need to pull back a bit. I needed for my chin sponge to dry out. So I thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to pull back. So I haven't watched any this week.
Righto.
But what happens?
What was your cold spoon TV for that?
Well, I had to tell Sam Hewen, who's Jamie, that we're on a break.
Okay.
I am. He's not. He's not to go and see anyone else. But I needed to just relax for a while.
That's right. Yeah.
And just when I think, I may be over the worst of my obsession, the algorithm on my phone just pulls me back in. Look at this.
Go on.
Look at that.
How
could I not put the sponge back on? Look at that.
Yeah, okay.
There's shots from an actual episode.
Yeah.
But there's shots of Jamie with his shirt off.
Mm-hmm. And not much else. He's cupping his area.
He is. He's swimming in a stream.
Yeah.
I try and do my best. I'm like an addict who tries to do her best, trying to give up the cigarettes. But then someone puts a packet of them on the table in front of me.
And there you are.
What are you going to do?
In flavour country again.
Absolutely. He is my Winnie Blue. But you know what someone suggested I do?
What should you do?
Become a LARPer. Have you heard of LARPing?
Live action role play.
I'm looking at the pictures on this screen in front of me here.
I don't see you as a LARP.
I don't think I am either. These are people who, as you say, live action role play, medieval times. You can pick your era of interest. People who have the pointy elf ears.
Well, what era is that? The pointy elf era?
I don't know. But you can. It says here, chainmail, wizards, elves, Vikings. Cool. I don't think so. They're all the categories there. You can pick what you want to be.
So now you want to be a LARPer.
Well, I probably do, but I don't think. I bet though, what happens? They're all dorks. Let's say it. So I'd fit right in.
Okay.
But the minute it's the opposite of time travel, because you probably get out of your car, leave your chastity belt in the front seat just in case, and then you stop for a biscuit and a nice toilet break in the middle. You don't have to go and do your thing in the woods.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to have medieval plumbing.
Well, look at these two guys with their LARPing.
I have need of your skills. Come now. But not against me. Oh? Who's there? Who do you need? Come! Tell me much! Man who's betrayed me in the worst way possible. Oh? Tell me more! Get him for me. That's it. Okay.
Are you okay?
I don't know if I can do it.
Get a girlfriend.
Because it's just guys saying, hello, my lady.
Can I sup from your tankard?
Look, if Sam Hugh is
rummage
not
around your
involved,
bosom?
I don't think I want to go amateur here.
Yeah, right.
The Willoughby players. If I'm going to be pillaged, let's make it professional.
I'm just here for the pillaging. Can I just ask you, just vis-a-vis of the algorithm?
Do you want to see the photos again?
I've seen
let's
the
have
photos.
a look.
Why is it set as your screensaver?
Well,
because that's not part of the algorithm. You physically have to go into your phone and set a wallpaper.
The photos come up.
It's not like China did that. It's not like China put that up on your screensaver.
I'll be speaking to my internet provider.
Okay, sure.
Why is that photo permanently in my screensaver?
And if you do have a live action role play group that you would like Amanda to join.
Don't, Brendan. I don't think I could do it, but thank you for your kind offers.
Well, you'd be the first woman doing it. So.
No, there's a couple of women in their medieval outfits with what's it called, a sword at their throat.
Mm-hmm.
Never been happier. No kissing. I do have a rule.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
Okay, we checked all 4 systems and keying with a go.
Well, here goes nothing.
The MasterChef finale last night on the telly.
The season was won by Brent Draper. Now, Brent's story is interesting. He's 32 years old. He beat Rhiannon Anderson in the finale. He withdrew from the competition last time, season 13. He was the first contestant to leave the reality show voluntarily because he found it a bit too challenging for his mental health at the time. Mm-hmm. So he came back this year and won it, which is pretty amazing.
It's a bit of a fairy tale when you look at it that he won it in the end there after all those odds, and then what happened to Jock. There's a real fairy tale to this.
The dish that they had to, they always have something crazy for their finale. They had to make a pocket watch dessert.
I know.
A complex dessert with many layers and elements. Chocolate chip cookie, a coffee hazelnut financier. So come and do your taxes. A coffee and chocolate cremo. I don't even know what these words are. Mm-hmm. An espresso caramel, a chocolate mousse, a chocolate glaze, a chocolate dip, a sugar dome. Oh, come on, just get a Snickers bar.
And made the snow egg look like 2 fruits and ice cream.
No. Amazing. Of course, through all of this, a huge emotional seam that this was the last time Jock would be part of this season of MasterChef, and who knows what will happen next season. Sure. I'll play next something that his wife said on Instagram yesterday.
Jam Nation.
When this season of MasterChef started, the very day it was about to start, we heard the news that Jock Zonfrillo had passed away. Mm. So they delayed the start for a week but decided to run with it. But Channel 10 did the very clever thing of putting together a special on Jock so that they could honour him and you could watch it and weep before the season started.
Sure.
So I've been wondering how it was going to wrap up. A friend of mine texted me last night saying that she was bawling her eyes out watching the finale because it felt like at the end of this you were going to see Jock pass away. She thought, I feel like we're leading up to his death, and she didn't feel she was ready to see it. It was very confronting for a lot of people thinking, how will I feel watching this? So it was amazing that his wife Lauren put together an Instagram reel sharing her thoughts on the finale and, in a way, giving people permission to feel sad but still watch it.
As a family, we're going to try to watch it. We haven't been able to watch this season just yet. Something we will do, but we felt that tonight was an important one to watch. There's, like most families, there's moments across the year that are special, and we used to really enjoy watching the finale together. It was something Jock was really proud of. It was a job he really loved doing, and so we've decided that we're going to honour that and we're going to keep doing what we would normally do and watch finale together. I've got so many messages of people today and through social as well, and they all seem to be really sad. And so I just wanted to get on here and say, yes, it is sad, but this is something he loved doing. And this is not the end of the line for Jock at all. We have so many wonderful recipes of Jock having fun, of travel, of family stuff that I would love to share with everyone, and it's very much a way that I can find meaning through all of this. Thank you, everyone.
Wow. So at the end of the show last night, they had the traditional ending where, well, this time it was Brent winning and holding the big MasterChef plate above his head and the glitter cannons. And then in a very emotional tribute, they showed some footage of Jock.
Please welcome your new phenomenal MasterChef judges, Jock, Sonfrillo. What do you look for in a chef?
Honesty, you can feel them on a plate. That is one of the most delicious things that I've eaten. The most important thing for me is giving back to people in a kitchen. What you are is a classic. And classics never get old. So proud of you, mate. Bloody brilliant, mate. I just taste it. I've never had Cocoa Pops before.
Yeah?
I just thought I'd try them.
Such a liar.
For the last time, go home, make yourselves a cup of tea, put your feet up, be kind to each other. We'll see you back here tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, Jock.
Yeah. We'll always live on, mate. He will always live on. His legacy will be that.
Absolutely.
He'll forever live on in rerun.
I don't know what it means for MasterChef moving forward, but that was a beautiful ending to this season.
Jam Nation.
Everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the Ghoulies get together.
Do you want to win $20,000 cash just for having a whinge? Give us your ghoulie. Just download the iHeartRadio app, go to WSFM, press the microphone, record your ghoulie.
Easy peasy. What have we got?
Hey, Jonesy and Amanda. What absolutely gets my ghoulies is Sydney trains and public transport. All you want to do after a hard day's work is go home to your family, see your son, see your wife and hang out. However, no, every single train's delayed, nothing runs on time. This board says yes, the other board says no. You get off and on trains like a headless chook. It should be easier. It gets my absolute ghoulies.
It should be easier. Every other city in the world seems to manage it.
Katy Perry's situation going with the trains.
What do you mean?
Well, it's just hot and cold.
Oh, you don't have to kiss girls or anything.
No, it's the hot and cold one. It's not like kissed a girl. What else have we got?
What really gets my ghoulies is when you're sitting in the car and your partner farts, closes all the windows and locks them so you can't open them, so you choke on her stink. That's what really gets my ghoulies.
It's nice to hear from your husband. What woman does that?
His wife, obviously.
Out with the bad, not you. In with the good. If you dipped out, you could always record that that ghoulie through the iHeartRadio app.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Our favourite caller email, a Facebook friend, gets dinner at Moretti Restaurant Pizzeria to the value of $300.
Yum.
This is an authentic Italian feast at Moretti's in Leichhardt.
Get their margarita. So good. Nice. Jonesy and Amanda tea towel and 18th birthday keyring as well. I went to my son's Bucks weekend on the weekend, and it was good to go along there. I kept a low profile. I didn't, take up too much space.
If you want to see Jonesy's axe throwing compared to his two sons, it's hilarious. It's on our socials.
As I said, I didn't want to outshow.
Sure,
I didn't want to outshine.
Of course. You were pretty well behaved. You said you went home before the evening ended.
Yes.
To make sure they all had their privacy.
I got out at the right time.
But some dads can be disasters at Bucks parties. A tribal drum was beating for Dad at the Bucks.
To a night the four of us will never forget.
Had some extraordinary calls. One dad was so drunk he lost his gold tooth.
Yeah.
Blamed his son for stealing it.
What about the other dad?
Oh, the other dad, he went home with the stripper.
I think what he was doing was getting that young lady home safely.
Sure. rather than going to his home. However, our man of the match.
Let's put a coat on and get you home.
Here's Bianca from Hunters Hill.
So my husband-to-be's father doesn't really drink, and he got a little rowdy. He ended up getting my partner to do a shoey from his butt. So he poured the drink down his butt crack.
Yeah, and then he's at the bottom.
And it gets better, guys. They kept saying to my partner that they have a surprise for him, which obviously we thought was a stripper. Turns out it was his father in his mother's G-string.
Oh.
So you're lucky that other dad wasn't there.
Jeez, all right.
I'm taking him home.
Right, you two. That's enough.
Just to make sure that she/he got home safely.
Ugly Phil's next. We are back for Jam Nation. See you at 6.
6 o'clock tonight. Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tear, baby dear, from your eye.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
One swallow, drink cheerio, goodbye.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast. Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.